keep saying he, I, la 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 la. Totally in love, of course. This story is just becoming a little strange, I have to say. Oh, it's like a little baby. Maybe they were abandoned. Well, hey, now I'm gonna write a book. Hello guys, how are we doing today? Welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather, and today we are going to take on the Flip the Page challenge. I recently saw Hailey from Bookland's video in which she did this, and I guess the original creator was Jesse the Reader a couple of years ago, and so I will have both of their videos down below for you guys. But basically, we're going to be going through some of the books on my shelves and creating a story, and it's going to be fun. I'm very intrigued by this. I've been really enjoying some of these kind of challenge type videos. I did the Do I Have That book and Do I Have That Other book challenge, and those were just super fun. So I'm kind of feeling similar vibes with this, and I can't wait to see what our story is going to be about. So there's a set of prompts that are going to help us kind of lead into how we're going to make our story here, and we have to have some coordinates. And so I did a random number generator earlier today and made up all these coordinates, and basically the first number in the coordinate is going to be which shelf we're going to go to. Then the second number will be which book on that shelf, and then the third number will be what page number to go to. So I've decided to do my top shelf's going to be 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5 on my bookshelf here. And then I also have my book of the month books, and then I have a few library books that I keep on my little TV stand over here. So I'll insert a clip so you guys can see that, and that'll be shelf number 6. And we'll just work our way left to right when I'm counting, and work on that kind of a, and top to bottom, kind of left to right, top to bottom, like we would read. That's what we're doing. Okay, so the first prompt is that we are going to get a new identity. We're going to let the coordinates lead us to a book. We're going to flip to the page, and the first name that we see is going to be our new name. So our coordinates are 5, 6, 68. Okay, so bookshelf number 5 is on the very bottom here. So the book we've got is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I'm going to go to page 68. I haven't read this one. The bookshelves towards the bottom I haven't read. So page 68, the first name that I see is Nathaniel. Okay, my new name is Nathaniel. Okay, so now it's time to get up and move the heck out of town. So the next coordinates are going to lead us to the book, and we're finding where we're moving. So we have 1, 10, 78. So that's our top shelf here. Oh, one of my favorite books, the Podex. And we are going to go to page 78 and see if there is anything on that page, I guess. Okay, so reading the prompt again, it looks like I would just be moving to where the location of the book is set, and this is set in Harlem. So I am Nathaniel, and I'm moving to Harlem. All right, so prompt number 3 is you are all settled, but now you need to get a job so you can get a little cash flowing in to pay for everything. So we're gonna go to the coordinates for this book, and the first object that we see, we have to make up some kind of a job based around it. For this one, our coordinates are 6, 15, 22. So I'm going to go over to my little stack over here. So we got This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins, and we're going to page 22. Oh, I almost opened right to it. So the first object that I see is stomach. Okay, so we are going to be, okay, I don't know, this is where my mind's going because I'm in nursing school and we were just talking about this, but we're going to be a surgeon who does bariatric surgeries. So like the people who like do stomach stapling and some different stuff like that. Yeah, I am Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem so that I can open up practice in bariatric surgery. Number 4 is going to be that I have started my job and now I am starting to fall for one of my coworkers. So we're going to flip to the page in the book for our coordinates, and we're going to find out the name of who I'm falling for. So it says the first character I come across, and our coordinates are 1, 25, 267. So again on the top, so we are in the Unhoneymooners, so most likely we have Olive or Ethan. So 267, first name that we see, I keep saying he, I, la 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 la. Okay, so the first name I see is Ethan. So I am following for my coworker, Ethan. All right, so for number 5, we're going to use the coordinates to find a book. And the first piece of dialogue within that book is going to be the first thing that I say to Ethan. It says my potential lover. So we've got coordinates 6, 4, and 46. So back over here. So that's going to be The Night Tiger by Yangzi Chu. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting to pull this book out, and it's brand new, so I probably did not say that properly, and I will have to look it up and see how that goes. 46. Okay, so page 46, and we want the first piece of dialogue. This fabric is so serious, a girl like you should choose bright colors. Okay, so let's go ahead and recap here. My name's Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem to open a practice to do bariatric surgery. I am currently falling for one of my coworkers named Ethan, and the first thing that I say to this person, I don't know if Ethan should be a boy or a girl at this point, but I'm gonna say, this fabric is so serious. A girl like you should choose bright colors. Okay, so that line really got them, and now we are totally in love, of course, and I want to propose, but you know, wedding rings are kind of expensive. So we're gonna use our book coordinates to find the object that we're actually gonna give to them when we propose. So our coordinates are 2, 17, 174. So we're actually on the second shelf here. So Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and it's page 174. Okay, so it is the first object that we come across. Okay, so I think the first object that I'm coming across is 0 and hero signs. So I am apparently going to make a sign that says 0 and hero and propose with it. That's totally going to work because, you know, me and Ethan, we really like our hero stories. We're at the wedding now. So we're going to flip to the page with the coordinates, and it's going to tell us the first line of the vows that I am doing for Ethan at our wedding. So we've got 5, 8, 203. So that is my bottom shelf. So we've got Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Apparently we are liking Marissa Meyer books here. And we're going to go to page 203. And is it the first piece of dialogue? Okay. There's like halfway through dialogue at the top, so do I just go to the first full line? I guess so. Okay, so ah yes, the infamous bakery, the most wondrous bakery in all of hearts. That is the opening line to my vows. Okay, we'll do a quick recap here. My name's Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem and I opened a practice doing bariatric surgery. One of my coworkers there, Ethan, I was instantly drawn to, and the first thing that I said to him was, that fabric is so serious, a girl like you should choose bright colors. And that totally hooked him. So I decided I'm gonna propose, but a wedding ring was a little bit too much for me, even though I'm a surgeon. That totally makes sense. We also are very into hero stories, so I made a 0 and hero sign to propose with. The first line of our vows at the wedding, I said, oh yes, the infamous bakery, the most wondrous bakery in all of hearts. This story is just becoming a little strange, I have to say. Maybe not a little, maybe a lot. Okay, let's keep going though. Okay, it's honeymoon time! So the book that we're gonna be led to now is gonna be pointing us towards our location for where our honeymoon's gonna be. So we're gonna go 6/12/167. So back over here. So we've got A Lat's Away by Darcy Little Badger. I actually just started this one, and I'm not 100% sure where it is set. I know it's in America. Let's look at the page number and see if it shows me something. 167. Jeez, Tim, that was loud. 167. Okay, so there's a library, but I don't know if we want to like go that specific or if we want like an actual place. I haven't read this book, so it's kind of giving me away for some certain things. I don't really see much else. Okay, so this is set in Willoughby. Don't specifically have a state or anything, but we're going to Willoughby for our honeymoon. Woohoo! All right, things are gonna get a little cray on our honeymoon, and guess what? We're gonna have a baby! Yay! I'm not really sure how that's happening. Like I said, maybe Ethan's a girl. Yeah, that could be a girl's name. Or maybe I'm a girl. Nathaniel. Or maybe we're adopting a child. We found a child in Willoughby that needs to be adopted. Oh, it's like a little baby. Maybe they were abandoned. That's where we're going with this, guys. Okay, so we found an abandoned baby on our honeymoon. That's why I went so cray. And we're gonna go to this book so we can name our child. So we have 415, 341. Hopefully there's that many pages in there. Okay, so we've got The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. We're gonna go to 341. The first name, oh, that's a very small page. Okay, Vian? Okay, I just took a peek at how to pronounce this. So, Vian. So our darling little baby's name is Vian. Okay, we're jumping ahead 5 years, and our lovely little Vian really wants a pet. And so we are going to go to the book, and the first animal that we come across on the page will be what kind of pet we get. And if there's no animal on the page, then we get to choose the first object on the page, and that will be our pet. So let's see what kind of pet we're gonna get. Also need to let the dog out. All right, coordinates for this one, 6/13/89. I don't know why I'm doing this. So that's Beartown by Frederick Backman. And we're gonna go to page 189 and see if we get to actually have a pet or if we're gonna have an object for a pet. You know, that's okay. That's what Vian wants. Okay, here we go. Let's see, come on, give me some kind of animal. Okay, I am not seeing an animal at all. So let's find an object that we can have for our pet. So this book is about a hockey team, and like that's a small portion of this book. But the first thing that I'm seeing is a hockey puck. And so we are going to have a pet hockey puck. How fun is that? Okay, and now Vian's gonna go to school. So we're gonna use our coordinates, we're gonna flip to the page, and we're gonna use something on that page to make up the school's name. So we're going to 44276. So we have As Old as Time. This is one of the Twisted Tales, and it's by Liz Braswell. So 276. This is pretty long. Okay, what name of the school are we gonna have? Let's see. Nero? That's kind of an interesting name. Can go to Nero Elementary School. Or we could do Les Charmentes. Oh man, maybe not. Forgotten Castle. I think we're gonna go with Nero. We're gonna say we're going to Nero Elementary School. Okay, so we're gonna try and go back and recap and remember all of this. So my name's Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem, and I opened up a bariatric surgery center with my wonderful surgical skills. There I met Ethan, who was my coworker, and I started falling for him, and I said, "That fabric is so serious. A girl like you needs to wear some bright colors." And this totally hooked him, and I decided to propose, but I didn't have money for a wedding ring, even though I'm a surgeon. I don't know, what am I doing with my money? So we're very into hero type stuff, and so I made a sign, 0 and hero, to propose with, right? So at our wedding, I said, "Ah yes, the infamous bakery, the most wondrous bakery in all of hearts." And that was the first line opening up my vows. We then went on our honeymoon to Willoughby, in which we found an abandoned little baby that we decided to adopt, and we named her Vian. Vian really wanted a pet, so we got her a hockey puck, and she is now starting school at Nero Middle School. We're leading a very interesting life here. I am very much enjoying our little story here. So we're now going to start a YouTube channel for a little side hobby. So we're going to go to our coordinates, and we're going to try and find something on that page that is going to be the content of our YouTube channel. So we have 3-1-232. That's going to be a Horse Store by Grady Hendrix. So on 232, does this even have that many pages? Oh, it does. Okay, that was close. It's only got like 240 something pages, so that was very close. Oh, wait. This is 232, it's just a picture. It says epilogue. Well, it has pictures of different furniture, so maybe my YouTube channel is about decorating my house. That's what we're gonna go with. We have a YouTube channel about house decorating. This is getting very interesting. I'm a bariatric surgeon who wants a hobby on the side doing interior design. Okay, so we are now gonna go find the next book, and we're gonna flip to that page, and we are gonna figure out what our YouTube channel name is. So our coordinates are gonna be 1379. Okay, so we have Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. We're gonna go to page 79. And our YouTube channel name, let's see what we can find. Crack my eyes open. Gather my will. My world is about to swim. Swing my legs down. Rest on the floor. That could work because a lot of furniture rests on the floor. Maybe. Scraggly hair and glasses. That could, like, maybe I have scraggly hair and glasses and I could totally name it that. In the Korlov house. That might be perfect. Be like in our house and how we're decorating it, and that could be our last name. That's totally it. Okay, so In the Korlov house. That's the name of our YouTube channel about decorating interior design in our house. So the next book we're going to find with our coordinates, the first piece of dialogue on that page is going to be how I greet my viewers. 210-236. Okay, so that's going to be Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Let's go to 236. 236. Okay, and here we go. Because I heard people talk about it when I watched the game before. Okay, so I'm going to greet them by saying, because I heard people talk about it when I watched the game before. And then we're going to start our interior design YouTube channel called In the Korlov House. Okay, so to recap up to this point, my name is Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem and opened a practice in bariatric surgery. My coworker Ethan there I started falling for, and I said, "That fabric is so serious. A girl like you should wear some bright colors." This totally hooked him, and we got married. But how did I propose? Not with a ring. Oh no, that was too expensive for my taste. I made a sign that said 0 and hero. Totally worked. So then, at our wedding vows, I said, "Ah yes, the infamous bakery, the most wondrous bakery in all of hearts." We then went to Willoughby on our honeymoon, in which we found a baby and took it home with us to adopt, and we named her Vian. Vian was then given a hockey puck as a pet, and she goes to Nero Middle School. as a side hobby, I decided I wanted to start a new YouTube channel, and it is all about decorating the inside of my house, and we are going to call it In the Korlov House. And when I greet my viewers to start my videos, I said, because I heard people talk about it when I watched the game before. Well, hey, now I'm going to write a book, because life's just got to keep being interesting, right? Why don't we write a book? So we're going to go to our next book, and we're going to find the title of said book. Our coordinates are 4, 1, 225. You know, I have to say, this is kind of fun because I'm pulling out some books that I don't talk about a lot on my channel, and some of them are like ones I haven't read yet that I'm really excited to read, and so it's like reminding me like, hey, these are here, read them. Anyways, this Mortal Coil by Emily Suvada is what we pulled. We're going to page 225. We're going to try and figure out a title for the book I am now writing. I'm a busy person, man. Staring at the ceiling. It just says to use words on the page to make up what we're doing. Get us some breakfast. I could write like some kind of dieting or cookbook or something, because I'm in bariatric surgery, right? That might work. 2 servings of waffles. Steps into his boots. Slips out the airlocked door. We could like write a sci-fi novel. Why not? Fresh-faced, healthy, clean. Okay, so I'm debating between slips out the airlocked door and doing some kind of fun sci-fi book, and fresh-faced, healthy, and clean, and doing some kind of like healthy living, eating type book, which kind of works more with the theme of what we've had going on. But I kind of like the idea of just throwing it out the window and doing a sci-fi book. We did talk about like heroes and like stuff like that. I don't know, I feel like we should do that. Okay, so our book is going to be called Slips Out the Airlocked Door. I accidentally somehow turned off the camera. I don't know what happened. But I picked up one more book. We went through one more prompt before I realized, and that is The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. We had the coordinates of 3, 7, 254. So in this one, we were to read the first line on that page, and that's going to be the opening line of our sci-fi book. So we've got, I'm working through a lot, and it's easy for me to be serious because of what's going on in my life. So we're walking out like an airlocked door for some reason, and we're very serious because there's a lot going on in our life as far as this book goes. Okay. Let's do a big plot twist. Apparently the whole reason that I got this new identity was because there's a killer after me, and now that I'm a famous author and a famous YouTuber, they've found me and they're coming after me. Okay, so we're gonna go to the coordinates, and with that book, we're gonna figure out the name of the person trying to kill me. So we have 615-3. Apparently my random number generator came up with 615 twice, so I just went to the next book. So this is technically 616, and that's Well Met by Jen DeLuca, just to mix it up and not have the same book. So page 3, our villain is going to be, okay, so our killer's name is April, and in this book, she is the mom that got into a big car wreck. So maybe she wasn't able to come after us for a minute because she was recovering from her car accident, and now she's coming full force. So one day, I am now setting up for one of my YouTube videos, and I'm struck by my killer. So we're gonna go to the book, and we're gonna figure out what object was used to hit me and kill me. So we have 313-304. So Two Truths and a Lie by Meg Mitchell-Moore. And page 304, let's see what object is going to hit me and kill me. Oh, a phone. Alexa's phoned. That's the first 2 words. So it's actually pretty close to April. Sure. Whoops. So a phone hit me and killed me, guys. The last book that we're going to check out, we're going to go into and find what is written on my tombstone. So it's going to be the first line that I see will go on my tombstone. 17140. So it says the first line that I see. So I'm not quite looking at, I've just turned to the page, and we're just going to like, bam. And next to my birth mother's death, losing him was the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. That's what's going to be on my tombstone. Okay, guys. So let's try and run back through this. My new identity is Nathaniel. I moved to Harlem to open up a practice in bariatric surgery, in which I meet Ethan, who's my coworker, and I am instantly like, oh my gosh, this is the guy for me. So I start out my first line to him with, that fabric is so serious. A girl like you needs some bright colors. Guess what? It totally hooked him, and we totally fall in love. So I decide to propose, but I don't have money for a ring, so I make a 0 and hero sign to propose to him with. Then on our wedding day, my first line of my vows was, ah yes, the infamous bakery, the most wondrous bakery of all of hearts. We then went to Willoughby on our honeymoon, and we found a little baby and decided to adopt her and name her Vion. She was then given a hockey puck for a pet, and she goes to Nero Middle School. From there, I wanted a new hobby, so I decided to start a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is all about decorating the inside of my house, and it's called In the Korlov House. I start said channel by saying, because I heard people talk about it when I watched the game before. I don't know why I say that. It's an odd one. Then I decide, hey, why don't I write a book? Because we need more things going on in our life. It's called Slips Out the Airlocked Door. The first line in my book says, I'm working through a lot and it's easy for me to be serious because of what's going on in my life. But then, plot twist, the whole reason I got a new identity was because somebody was trying to kill me, and now I'm a famous YouTuber and a famous author. Why did I decide to do either of those things if somebody's trying to kill me? Oh man, I may not be the smartest person. So, our killer's name is April, and she's coming after us. So I'm setting up one of my videos, and April comes in and she hits me with a phone, and she kills me. And on my tombstone, it says, and next to my birth mother's death, losing him was the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. There it is, guys. There is my lovely, lovely story for you guys. Definitely check out Hailey's and Jesse's videos on this, and they're super fun. If you want to do it yourself, then definitely tag me so I can watch it. I would absolutely love to. If you guys haven't already, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.